Obviously, yesterday we got the news that the Queen had sadly died at age 96. And I think I was going to say just for British people, but it's probably people all over the world. I think it's a really funny one that I just wanted to share some of my kind of views on it, which are, I guess just mine, but it was almost the most people I think knew obviously at 96, and she started to do less. We had the Jubilee, and obviously nobody kind of lives forever. But actually, it's that when it kind of hit, I think everyone was genuinely kind of sad and still is. I think to a lot of people, she was almost like a grandmother in some ways, which sounds silly, but she was always kind of there. And actually, just myself over the past, I guess, 20 years or so, I've been quite lucky that I've been able to go to Buckingham Palace, and it was the Royal Garden Party about 10 years ago. I was in Scouts growing up, and I got the Queen Scout Award, so I got to go to Windsor Castle as like a teenager. And then also just going to Parliament in London, that I have seen the Queen, close up quite a few times as well. But it's almost worth for someone that has been under that pressure for 70 odd years and dealt with arguably every world leader. Was it 15 prime ministers, 14 US presidents? That to take on that responsibility at 25 is, massive. But then actually, just as a role model and an example to everyone, I guess, just, how to do a good job. It is sad. But then likewise, it's also some of the comedy stuff that she did. So more recently, there was the Paddington Bear one for the Jubilee, which I think everyone kind of loved. But also with the Olympics in 2012, when she was with James Bond, and she didn't jump out the plane, but the joke was that she did. But the point is, when you've got someone that's arguably the most powerful person in the world, to really kind of devote your life to public service, it is sad, but it's also quite inspirational as well. So I just wanted to kind of it's a really funny one that to both take on that job at 25. I know she didn't pick it, but regardless. And then actually to have been a world leader since basically the end of World War II, that her first prime minister was actually Winston Churchill, if you think about that. And then the change that the Commonwealth and the world has been on since her reign kind of started. Arguably back in the day, rightly or wrongly, Britain was an empire. And, to change that and almost to, with the Commonwealth, to give back independence to all those countries. But actually, that's a huge kind of transition to go through. And just, as a state leader, I'm genuinely kind of sad about it. I think most people are. But, in the classic British tradition, you keep calm, carry on. And yeah, so I just wanted to still kind of do the live stream. But if you get in touch, please kind of send in comments and stuff as well.